Hello, I'm Stewart Jackson, and I work as a family counselor. One of the relationships in the family that's of critical importance is the marriage, whether it's a legal marriage or a committed relationship of some other sort, that this is a foundational part. And during things like global pandemics, all relationships are under stress, but marriages are particularly vulnerable. Um, I'm sure if you are in a relationship like that, you may have experienced being more irritated or a shorter fuse. Someone sent me a note the other day and asked if I thought that in 9 months, say December, there were going to be either a lot of divorces or a lot of babies, or both. Well, I don't know. But I know that it's difficult to be in such a stressful time and not absorb some of it. And under stress, it's difficult to think clearly because when stress happens, we're thinking more survival than creativity. Conflict in a marriage is not new. It's as old as, I guess, marriage is. I don't know if you're familiar with the Bible, but in the Hebrew Bible, the first book is Genesis. And early on in that book, we're introduced to the first couple, Adam and Eve. They had a very interesting relationship, which is, you can read more about it if you can find that book. But one of the things that it starts off with is that when Eve comes along in the second chapter, she's described in the Hebrew language as a helpmeet for Adam. The word in Hebrew is ezer, and one of the definitions of ezer is she will be the devoted opposition. Well, it doesn't take long before you realize in any marital or committed relationship that your partner is not going to see life the same way you do. Now, is that wrong? Is it right? The difficulties in stress and in managing it is trying to not get into a point where only one of you is right, rather than we're both seeing things from different ways. So, Dr. John Gottman and his wife Julie have spent a lifetime looking at marriages and conflict in marriage, and they've come up with some things that I thought were pretty helpful. And it's just a different way of thinking about the conflict that is inevitable, particularly right now. And one of the things that they recommend is for couples to do, and this may surprise you, is to complain. When there's an issue, a complaint is issue specific. That is, it looks at what the issue is as opposed to who the person is that is a part of the issue. So, for an example, it would be something if you are angry. I'm angry because I always wind up taking out the garbage and I'm tired. Or I'm angry because I always wind up picking up all the clothes or hanging up the towels or doing the dishes. It's issue specific. It speaks for the self. It uses I sentences. I'm angry about this. That's a complaint. And this gives your partner a room to help, find out more about it, or to apologize. The next thing that couples do is something that is not as helpful, and that is to begin criticizing. A criticism in Gottman's language involves a complaint, but it adds an attack on the person. I'm angry because you never take out the garbage. I'm angry because you never hang up the towels. I'm angry because you always go do this, and I have to clean up the dishes. You can see that it's different in that it states that I'm angry, but it's you're the cause of it, and the focus is on you. Um, and this is less helpful in resolving an issue because when your partner is blamed, the only thing he or she can do is either explain or defend or run away. So the Gottmans suggest complain, but don't criticize. The next level, if it's not resolved, is a real red alert for a relationship, and that is contempt. Contempt takes the complaint, adds the criticism, but makes it more of an assassination statement. I'm angry because you didn't take out the garbage. You are a pig. Your whole family, you come from a family of pigs. You're slobs. I can't take it anymore. You go on like that. I have contempt for you. And contempt is a relationship killer. Nobody can live with contempt like that. So, it can oftentimes be thwarted if we realize that, look, we're in a very strange time right now. And there are things that make me angry. Let's work on that, not on each other. One of my teachers always said to couples that you're not the problem. The problem is the problem. So good luck. Conflict is inevitable. It comes about because we're different. We see things differently. That can be a good thing. And I wish you well as you manage the conflicts during this very difficult time in the world's history. Be well and take care of yourselves and be kind.